First of all, is that these are fairly easy fixes. You don't have to take apart anything, and most probably your microphone is still completely working. So what you want to do is, first of all, a very easy thing to do is you want to reboot your console. Whether you have the Xbox One, Xbox Series X or S, rebooting your console can actually end up fixing a lot of these issues, and it's probably the very first place that I would end up, starting at. So once you go ahead and have your console rebooted, what you then want to do is look at your controller and make sure your controller is fully charged, to make sure it has a lot of battery or enough battery to power both the controller and your specific, headset as well. And as long as that's the case, you want to go ahead and actually unplug your controller from the headset and plug it back in. If you notice it and it's a really good connection and it snaps in there, then you probably don't have to do it. But what I would recommend doing at this point is unplugging both your controller and your specific headset and actually looking if it's a wireless controller, that's different. If it's a wireless headset, then that's different. But if it's actually a wired headset, what you want to do is you actually want to go ahead and clean out that port on the bottom of your headset. And what this ends up doing is that over time, a bunch of dust and a bunch of debris and a bunch of just whatever gets stuck right in there and it gets lodged up. So what you want to do is get some sort of cotton swab, get some sort of prying tool, and actually clean out the inside of those specific areas. And what you're going to find out and what happens is that a bunch of dust and a bunch of just weird stuff is going to end up coming out of there. And essentially, you'll actually be able to get a tighter connection from your specific headset and your controller. So this means that just in case there was a lot of stuff built in there and it was still a good fit, it really wouldn't have worked anyway because the controller just wasn't pairing up well with the specific headset. So that's probably, like I said before, the very first place I would end up trying. And most probably, as long as your console is rebooted and updated, and as long as your controller and headset are adapted and they, sync up, then you should be good to go for the most part. So that's the very first 2 things I would recommend doing from the first half to actually go ahead and fixing your controller. And